Hey, what's up everyone? I've just got back from a bike ride and I haven't really put one of these together yet, so I thought I'd put together a 10 to 15 minute mobility routine, stretch routine post cycling. Okay, so this once you got back, I'm going to go through a few different exercises that I like to do after coming back from a ride, just to loosen off the body and just to ease off any tightness from that bike ride. So one thing you'll need for this is a band, elastic band, resistance band, or you can use a towel, but personally I prefer to use a band. So first thing we're going to do is just work into a few cat camels just to mobilize and ease off through the spine. So for that, we're just going to place our hands underneath our shoulders. Okay, we want to start in a neutral spine, so just find a nice neutral position. Okay, from there we're going to focus on our breathing. So I want to breathe in. As I breathe in, I'm going to push and tuck the hips forwards and try to dome the upper back as much as I can, letting the chin tuck down. Okay, on the exhale, I'm just going to reverse that, take my time, come all the way through. Okay, in this position, you might find tightness in the lower back. We're going to take a breath in and exhale. Then we reverse it. First, we breathe in. Hold the position and exhale. Then we switch, breathing in and exhale. Stay in this position, breathe in and exhale out. Good, and then last time through, all the way through. Breathing in and exhaling out. And then we find our neutral. Okay, next position we're going to go into is just a lizard stretch. So from here, I'm just going to bring one foot through to the outside of my arm. Okay, I want roughly my knee to be above my ankle. So I don't want to be back like this. I want to try and get that knee above the foot and the ankle. And then all we're going to do in here, we're just going to relax. So we're going to go for 1 minute. Get my timer on. Okay, so we're going to hold for roughly about a minute in here. Nice and easy. All I want you to focus on is breathing. Should be getting a nice stretch through the back hip. And maybe a little bit onto the adductor into the groin of the front side. Okay, so what we can work on here as we're breathing in and out. Okay, focus on maybe a 5-second inhalation. And then 5 seconds relaxing on the way out. Okay, and each exhale we can just try and creep and gently sinking the elbows down. So breathing in and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Okay, we don't want to force anything on here, we just want to try and ease into it. So the longer we spend in the stretch, the easier it starts to become. Okay, then we're going to switch, so we're just going to take that one back. Then we're going to come through with the other side. So same position. Okay, knee roughly above the top of the ankle. See how that feels. Make sure with the back leg, we've got it far enough back. Because if that's really close, if it's kind of at a right angle, I'm not going to get any stretch through that back leg. So I want to take that back as far as it will go. And then we just gently focus on easing down into the ground again. So breathing in. And then exhale, just working on that sink without overly forcing it. Good, so nice, really try and work on the breath work, so take your time on the inhale breath. And then exhale, just try and let that body weight sink down. What I quite like to do on this as well, especially post-ride, is just getting a little bit of movement, so you can just move a little bit, swaying the body a bit side to side. Really helps to open up. Okay, so the next one we're going to go into from here, we're just going to add a little bit more of a quad stretch in there. So I'm going to stay on this side for now because I'm already here. I want to try and bring up that back leg. See if I can get a reach in on the toe. Okay, I'm going to get a nice twist in the body. So I'm rotating the body through, so I'm opening up the chest as well. If you can't get to this position, that's fine. Okay, you can either try and use a band to help you. Okay, so what you might do is wrap that around If I can get in there, that back leg, and then try and bring that up there, and you can try and focus on, the more I pull this through, the more I'm going to open up that back hip. Otherwise, you stick with the hand, okay? So whatever you feel more comfortable on that side, you're just going to come in and let that open up. Okay, focus again, so breathing in. Every exhale, you can maybe just try and see whether you can go a little bit further into that stretch, still getting that rotation to open the body up. So again, depending on how much time you've got, you can spend a minute here, you can spend 2 minutes in each. I would recommend trying to spend at least 60 to 90 seconds on each side. I've got a little wasp trying to attack me. So 60 to 90 at least on each side. If you've got longer, then maybe spend up to 2 minutes. Okay, but really focus on the breath work to help you ease into the stretch a little bit more. Okay, so then I'm just going to come out of that one. I'm going to do the other side. So just okay, if you've done a long ride, this might feel particularly tight and tough to get into. Some of you, if you're quite mobile, then this might be fine, but for a lot of you, you might struggle with this one. So that's where band's a good thing to use. If you still can't do it with the band, you can just work into here. So that's fine. Or put the toe up on something. So maybe you've got a sofa behind you, you can rest the toe onto there. Good, a couple more breaths in here. So breathing in through the nose and exhaling out. Good, and gently coming out of there. Okay, the next one that we're going to go into is just trying to open up, so a little bit of rotation for the spine, also opening up the glutes. So we're just going to sit down for this one. I want to try and get my legs straight out in front of me. I'm going to bring one leg, I want to bring it in as tight as it will come, and then I'm going to pull it over the top of the other leg. Okay, so if I've pulled my left leg over, I then want to use that right arm to wrap, and then I'm just trying to pull that leg in nice and tight. So I'm really trying to wrap it in, pull it in as tight as I can to me. So you should be feeling a stretch on this one into your glute, okay, so up towards the hip, into the glute, maybe a little bit in the spine as well. What we don't want to do is collapse down, so we want to try and keep that chest up nice and big on this one. Okay, same thing on here, breathing in. On that exhale, just seeing if we can open, get a little bit more pull through there. Okay, and again, so obviously play around, you can hold these for longer, more just going through to show you guys. Then I'm going to switch over to the other side. It's the same, wrap it. For me, this really gets tight, so all the way into my glutes. When we're driving, often when we're in the saddle down, but driving up the hills, we're going to be getting a lot of power and force going through the glutes, so we really need to stretch them off afterwards. Okay, what we can also add into this one, I can try and get that arm all the way up and over. The back hand comes behind me. And then I'm just going to open up the spine a bit more now. So now I'm really getting into the spine as well. Big drive through. Good, and we're going to ease out of that one. Okay, so the next one that we're going to go into, I really like, great for the hamstrings, open up the inside of the hip. This is where we use our bands. So for this one, can chill, you're going to lay flat on the ground. Okay, we want to use the band to pull that leg up. Key things on here, we don't want to have any bend if possible. So I want to try and extend so I'm getting a full stretch all the way into the hamstring. Okay, I'm going to pull it. So let's say that's where I can get to. And then I want you to make sure the other leg stays nice and flat. So that stays on the ground. Okay, from here, we're going to work some nice deep breath in. And then on the exhale, just gently trying to go a little bit further without forcing it. And again, breathing in and exhale. Good, and breathing in and exhale. Okay, so again, you might work through about 5 breaths on there. I'm going to keep it a bit shorter. Next, we open out to the side. So I want to open out. And I want to keep this leg and hip nice and straight and flat. So I'm not just letting the whole body open and rotate. And then I'm just letting this leg swing out, but I'm trying to keep it as high as possible. So I've got a nice strong grip on this band. And then same thing on here. So I want to take a nice deep inhale breath, breathing in. And then on the exhale, just letting that leg drop down. Okay, breathing in. And exhaling. I'm going to just do one more. So breathing in through the nose. And exhale, drop. Okay, then last one. Again, keep this flat leg nice and flat. I'm going to come across the body. Okay, and I'm just going to let this leg come to the outside now, across the body. So now we're hitting more into the IT band, into the top of the glute and the hip. Okay, key thing on here is that I'm not over rotating. So again, breathing in. On that exhale, just let that leg try and drop, sway down. We're not going to get tons of movement on this one. Good, and coming out. Okay, then we're just going to switch all of that over. So we'll go then to the other side. We work through the same process. So we'll just do 3 breaths in each. So first, find the tension, find where we're feeling it. Okay, then from there we take in the breath in. Exhale. Just gently bringing that leg through. Okay, so breathing in, little push against it almost. And then on the exhale, gently try and come a little bit further. Again, don't force this. If your leg's shaking, that's way too intense. So you should feel the stretch, but it should be manageable. You should be able to cope with it. Okay, rather than going in and out and too tense. You want to try and relax. Okay, then we go out to the side. So keep that other leg flat. Let that leg open up. We get a nice opening into the hips. Okay, breathing in through the nose. And exhale. Good. Breathing in through the nose again. And exhaling out. Good. One more time on this side. So breathe in. And exhale. Okay, then we come across body. So let that leg come up. Bring it across a little bit. Let it come over. Then we want to take our time with this. So nice deep breath in. And exhale, we let that leg try and come down. Good. Breathing in. And exhale. Good. And one more. Breathe in. And exhale out. And we come out of there. Okay, so that's pretty good. We've hit almost every area of around the hip complex. We've gone into the glutes a little bit. We've done a little bit of spine. So the last one we're going to come into is just a lunge position. Okay, so nice and upright. I want to tug the pelvis, so I'm trying to engage a little bit. And then we're just going to open up the chest and shoulders a little bit from where we've been rounded. So in this position, I'm going to take a deep breath in. And then I just want to get a little exhale and twist, trying to keep my elbows back. So I'm going to twist over that front leg. When I feel I can't go anymore, I take a breath in. And then I want to exhale, try and go a little bit further. And then back to the center. Okay, then I'm going to take, so wherever knee's on the floor, I'm going to take that arm up nice and tall. Other arm just to the side. Take an inhale breath. And then a little, so it's just a small movement, but I want to get a nice twist, open and rotate. So a little reach up and over. Lengthening all through this side of the body now. And then I'm going to come out of there. Okay, then I'm just going to switch. I'm going to go over to the other side. Try and find somewhere comfortable for your knee. So again, tilt the pelvis a little bit, chest up, shoulders back. Okay, taking that breath in. And then we get our twist. When we can't go anymore, we take a breath in, exhale, and release. Okay, then arm comes up, take that breath in, and a little reach up and over. You can also bring the hand in here and try and reach up and back. It's quite nice for really lengthening and opening out. Good, okay, and then last but not least, just going to do a couple for the neck. So you can come into whatever position you want. I'm going to try, not my best to get into, but I'm going to try and get into a cross-legged seated position. Okay, and just open down. And then from there, firstly, I'm just going to try and get shoulders back. I'm going to come right ear down to right shoulder. And very gently, just applying a small bit of pressure, not too much here. And then I'll come back to the middle and over to the other side. And back. Okay, then I'm just going to tilt up and tuck the chin all the way down. Good. One more time, coming up and down. Okay, then we're just going to look down. So I want to look down and diagonal. So I'm going to just tilt the head, and then I'm going to come up and over the back. Again, just very gently. Then I'm going to switch to the other side. And then last one I'm going to do, just up, bring it across. Try and get a nice stretch through the shoulders. Okay, the more I twist on this and look over the opposite shoulder, the more I'm going to get that nice stretch as well. Okay, then a little shake out there and over to the other side. Lock it in. You can lock it in with a hand as well on the head. Try not to come on the elbow, either above or just below it. And then gently coming out. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, that's a nice little routine that you can use post riding or post running as well. It's going to be similar muscle groups we're using. So really trying to open up the hips a little bit, chest and shoulders, particularly where we've been on the bike and down. So make sure, if you're watching on YouTube, to subscribe to the channel. If you found the video useful, then give it a like and share it with someone else as well. So thank you very much for watching.